a lot of things that players get frowned upon, a lot of things that players get criticized for, coaches do the same thing and you don't hear a peep. Hell, even on this podcast, we talk extensively about how the transfer portal has affected the college game. We talk about tampering. We talk about all that. But we never really talk about it in the sense of coaches. I want people to be happy where they are. I want people to be able to go to a situation that best suits them. I never want someone to be in a situation where they feel like they're stuck or they feel like they have to be here, especially when it comes to sports. It was a crazy ride for Maryland's men's basketball team, making it all the way to the Sweet 16. And the focus should have been on Maryland making it to the Sweet 16. It should have been a team that hasn't made it since Juan Dixon was on the team, making it to a Sweet 16. It had an incredible young player in Derek Queen. They had a bunch of transfers that made a huge impact on the team, and they were one of the best teams in college basketball this year. And it was rewarded by we have the Queen game winner, an incredible road and ride to the Sweet 16. But it's crazy how that whole scenario that I just threw out there happened, but it was an afterthought when talking about Maryland basketball, because all that was being talked about was Kevin Willard and how essentially he's been the Villanova head coach. Even though he's technically been the Maryland head coach, he's pretty much been the Villanova head coach since this tournament started. Which goes back to my first part of this segment. It's so crazy how we bash and we kill, and teams get in trouble for player-to-player tampering and talking to players and setting up deals or wink-wink or hush-hush deals to get these players to go to their school. We talk about players and it is unfortunate. And it is messed up, but it's not the player's fault that the transfer portal opens when it opens. But we talk about players that forego their tournament run, that their team is drastically affected because they're not going to play because they put themselves in the transfer portal. We talk about them crazy, but we don't talk about the coaches that do the same exact thing. I'm not upset that Kevin Willard left Maryland after 3 years to go back to Villanova or to go to Villanova. I'm not mad at it. I think that he should be where he wants to go. That's what I meant. He's going back to the Big East. I'm not mad at it. He was at Seton Hall, Maryland for 3 years, and now going back to Villanova. But what I'm saying is this. If you're going to do that, and that's the thing that I think frustrated Maryland fans. It's just every single point he could have shot it. You know what all he had to say? I am the head coach of the Maryland Terrapins, and I'm focused on whatever game. That's all he had to say every single time. That doesn't mean everything that was working in the background is working in the background. That doesn't mean that he didn't already say, he's going to be the Villanova head coach. It just seemed like all he had to say was, I'm the head coach of the Maryland Terrapins. We're focused on our next opponent. He just refused to do that. And it just seemed like, bro, he was complaining about staying an extra night in New York. He was complaining that he needed more NIL money. He needed more money that he can recruit players. He was saying the facilities need to be better. He just kept complaining. And the thing that got me is every complaint was essentially met with okay, we can do that for you. Okay, we can do that for you. Okay, we can give you whatever we want. This has been one of the most successful runs that Maryland has seen in years. So obviously they wouldn't want to ruin that. So all you kept hearing from Maryland was like, yeah, we got you. You need more NIL deals? We'll go find them for you. You need more money for stuff? Maybe not this year, but we'll find it for you for next year. You want a new contract? We got you. In fact, we're going to make you one of the highest paid college basketball players in the nation. And I'm not even upset that he still picked Villanova. I mean, you pick what you want. If it's best for you, if it's best for your family, I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be happy. But it just seemed like it was weird watching Maryland basketball on the men's side because it just felt like the entire tournament was an afterthought to when talking about Maryland. It was just, what about Kevin Willard? Oh, I don't know this man said, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. If your representation is talking to another, then you know what's happening. You ain't got to lie to kick it. Like, come on. We're grown here. It was just, oh God, it was just so frustrating because it was doing a disservice to the program. It was doing a disservice to the kids or to the athletes. I'm not going to call them kids. To the athletes. Because every single time he talked about Maryland, you know the topic that came up. Well, about Kevin Willard. Yo, we knew Kevin Willard was gone when the tournament started. But instead of Kevin Willard just constantly saying once, yo, I'm not going to answer any questions about any other schools. Right now, I'm the Maryland Terrapins head coach, and we are trying to win a national championship. We're in a position where we can make a run to the national championship. I am focused on that. He never said that. It was just a bunch of complaining, a bunch of deflecting. And it's like, bro, why are you taking this moment away from the athletes? Which lends to the broader point. People don't care. It's like the same thing that coaches are able to do without scrutiny, players can't. And that's crazy to me. Again, I'm happy for Kevin Willard. If Villanova is gonna give him everything he wants, if Villanova is the place that he's happy to go to with him and his family, shout out to him. But you didn't have to. And he did the same thing at Seton Hall. The only difference is Seton Hall wasn't in the Sweet 16. He did the same exact thing. It's like, bro, did you not learn? You're on a bigger stage now because now there's more cameras, there's more mics, there's more press because you're in a deep run in the tournament. And it just felt like a slap in the face, bro. Because you could have deaded a lot of that, and you never did. In fact, a lot of times he fueled it. It don't make sense, man, but hey, it is what it is. Shouts out to him, Kevin Willard, for officially accepting the Villanova head coaching job. And congratulations for what you've done at University of Maryland. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.